Yeah. Are you gonna tell anyone about it, or are you just...
It's gonna go right in.
Alright, you just see Reika push aside a panel. There's an empty floor and just fucking cannonball. Probably hoping it's like a Scrooge McDuck money pin.
Cannonball!
Mimi, Rynn, Calem, and the Black Viper just kind of shrugs and follows after and just goes, "What can I say? It's the horns." Rynn, Mimi, and Calem are left there just reeling from what just sort of happened in the last 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Gonna kind of tentatively follow Reika down into that, like, trapdoor.
Mimi's just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I mean,
Caleb,
Mimi's
follow.
gonna, like, be like, okay, and then I guess follow.
As you guys finally make it, you realize you're passing the first floor, and you're going into a basement area of the storehouse, which you notice because you finally fall. You're in dirt.
Oh no! Oh no!
And you just, if Reika does that in character, there's a shrill bird-like screech there to meet you. And
she notices where the like, oh my god, are we gonna see Fluffy?
And well, let me just describe it for a moment. It is a two-legged bird creature that has hooks for hands.
Oh!
It's like a fucking pterodactyl?
In the Underdark, they're referred to as hook horrors.
Oh my god! It is everything that she has ever wanted.
Oh my god.
He's like, oh my god, is it my birthday?
He's hiding behind her.
Reika, you notice this thing is chained by the legs. What do you do?
Wait, maybe it's nice?
But as you get closer, it is like slashing. It is swishing the hooks around. What do you do, Reika? It seems hostile, but it is chained.
Okay. I am going to... what do I even want to do? I don't know. Is it like the only thing in this room, or like are there like other stuff?
In this room besides them... funny you should ask. As this thing is just like being pushed over, the thing holding the chains is revealed, and they are two... They look like zombies. They look like zombies, but they have fiendish magic coming off of them, which you could pick up very quickly as a tiefling. That these zombies were not made with necromancy. They are somehow like infernal. But they function exactly the same as zombies. And there's one on each, like holding the chains of each leg. And it's very clear, like the hook horror is pulling itself, and these two zombies are just kind of like keeping the chains in their hands.
Why wouldn't they just attach the chains to the wall or something?
I mean, it needs to have some mobility. It's the guardian of this room. But
that's true, you're right.
But they can't have it running around too much.
Okay, makes sense.
And that shrill, Reika, if everyone's like dead, how reactive are you guys to this sequence? Is someone screaming? Are you guys like in dead silence? What's the sound?
Rynn was kind of screaming, not like super loud, but just like no.
And then of course it was like, Fluffy!
Yeah, it goes like Fluff.
It like looks over it is staring where you came from, Reika. But then after a few seconds of you not saying anything, it just starts like drifting off. You see it like looking around.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't think Fluffy was the name. What was the name?
Lucky.
Oh shit! Then I'm like, I know I say Fluffy, and then I'm like, oh no, wait, no, that's not it. Lucky.
Fluffy was the snake upstairs.
Right,
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Oh my god.
But anyway, this
Oh,
thing
no.
lets out another this thing lets out opens its mouth silently, and then it picks something up and it looks in your direction again and starts dragging the zombies closer. And it kind of can't see it. You get the sense it can't see. It's echolocating.
Oh, it can't see. Okay.
But it's using echolocation.
Okay.
And the two zombies are just kind of lame flesh sacks that are just dangling off of the other end of the chain to keep it somewhat weighed down. The only interesting thing is that they are fiendish, not necrotic.
Huh. Weird. Okay.
Anyone want to investigate this scene? It doesn't necessarily have to be a fight.
Okay, yeah.
Although I do get the sense that Reika, were you trying to animal handle this?
That's a 19.
Rynn, you are an artificer and you know magic. You don't have it, but you can you've studied it, you know?
Yeah.
You pull out a device from your back and it just starts you start just reading the signatures. And it is fiendish, but you can usually pick up if this is devil or demon fiend magic. Demons are way more chaotic, whereas devils have a signature to them in a way. It's neither. It's fiendish, but it's not devil or demon. And with such a high investigation roll, there's only one other fiendish creature in the hells. They're called Yugoloths. Fiends break into two categories: the chaotic devils and the law-abiding demons. No, sorry, flip that. Law-abiding devils and chaotic demons. And they have been at war since the dawn of time. It's called the Blood War. And Yugoloths are the mercenaries. With no allegiances to either devil or demon, Yugoloths will pay to the highest bidder. They are greedy creatures, though. So you pick up that this is the magic of a Yugoloth, and even more interestingly, that means that there's probably some sort of Yugoloth caster around here.
Huh.
And the hook
Well-
horror, lucky the hook horror is just sort of still just echolocating, not really sure what's in the room.
Well, there's some okay, so I just picked up that there's some fiend magic,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not demon and it's not devil. It's kind of in the middle. It's something called the Yugoloth. They're the mediators, but there's this war that's been going on for. Personally, I say, let's get the hell out of here.
That
But
seems like a decent
personally.
plan.
Calem just says, I agree with you, but if Ellen or Jarlaxle are dealing with Yugoloths, it's best we figure out that situation and get it done with, you know? Otherwise, who knows? Otherwise, what they're planning with that orb, I guess this is a good spot to come clean. Calem admits as the hook horror just slowly just starts walking towards them with two zombie chains, you know? Yeah, this is probably the best time to come clean. What? What? Am I better?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
You were never cutting out on my end, but yeah.
Okay. But yeah, this thing is just, Calem's just yeah, this seems like a bad but good time to explain why I need that orb. That orb is a magic item called Vivis. It's a magic battery. It has pure, unadulterated magic. Kind of like those surge cans, but worse.
Okay.
If the red orb is left alone, it'll eventually just start blasting random surges of magic. And if Jarlaxle or worse, the Yugoloths want it, it's because they have some need of a genuine source of magic. Which is why we need to get it and get it out of their hands.
good to know this now, Calem.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay. Okay. Let's do this then.
Reika and Mimi, I
Yeah.
realized I haven't let, and there's something very vital to the story I haven't let resolve yet. I think you've been, just the stress of the situation, you've been kind of like holding it in, you know?
Okay.
You still
yeah.
have surge points you can burn.
Oh
yeah.
yeah!
Reika
Forgot
has
about that.
4, Mimi has 2. Wild magic surges, if you'd like them.
I don't think this situation, like, currently, I don't know. Because wild magic is crazy.
Okay.
I want to do something
I
stupid.
feel like this monster, right? This monster echolocates. So if all of us are really quiet, we might be able to sneak past it. Not hard for me, because I don't have to touch the ground. But for the rest of you, you need to figure out some way to be quiet and get past this thing. Okay?
Hmm.
Mimi is a shapeshifter.
Yeah. Oh.
True. You
Yeah.
turn into something really small.
You could wild shape into like an Aarakocra. I mean, you
Yeah.
could transform into like an Aarakocra. No one needs to see it. It's not going to be perfect.
Yeah, or like a little
Okay.
bird.
Yeah,
I'll-
bird.
Yeah, just a little bird.
I'll try and be a bird.
All right, you use a wild shape and you're a bird.
Sweet. I'm a bird. Chirp
I'm
chirp.
gonna roll. I'm gonna roll stealth for the Black Viper. The Black Viper crit again. All my crits are going into this woman. What the fuck?
Just amazing.
So she just kind of does like a somersault over Lucky and is at the other end of the door.
Nice.
Calem's turn. That's a 17. I have to roll for the bird. It rolled a 1. Calem passes. Reika, roll stealth.
Okay. What's that? Just like a D.
It's a
It's a
D20.
D20 plus your dexterity plus your proficiency.
Okay. Well, that's a 6. Plus, hold on, let me add my dexterity. Plus 2, 8. Plus proficiency,
So that's plus
Yep.
3.
11. So a grand total of 11.
Meanwhile, the bird rolls a 13. So here's the scene. All of you guys make it across, but Reika, the bird notices you. It is like staring you down. You have options here. You can try and run from it. You can try and tame it, or at least make it docile
Okay.
with an animal handling roll. It'll be a d20, and you'll add your wisdom. And I don't think you're proficient with it, so just your wisdom. It'll be contested by the bird's insight, which is hyper low. It rolled an 8, so you can beat. If you beat an 8, you win.
All right, I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
Your boy rolled a 3.
Oh no.
Plus wisdom would make a 5. So I just kind of like I'm just awful with animals. I don't know. I just
dear.
You're trying to do like the how to train
Oh my god,
dragon
yeah, I tried
thing,
to do the how to train your dragon thing, and I'm just kind of like
and then it just like growls at you.
and I'm like, oh
No,
fuck.
no, I know exactly what happens. You are about to put your
Oh my
hand
god, yes.
on the hook horror. Roll the D100 for me.
Okay, oh fuck.
Your surge goes off.
Oh my okay, I'm gonna do a surge. Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's how you fail. So you'll have 3 more in the future.
Okay, I rolled a 60.
60. You regain a spell slot.
Great! Cool! Fuck! No, and fucking tastic.
You feel some magic regain in your body.
And I'm like, oh, thanks.
Cool.
Fan, yay.
I mean, you have 3 more you can burn.
That's true. You can do it another time.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do
try
it
again.
second time, just one more time.
Pulling at the feathers in his hair.
Here I am trying to tame this thing that's lashing at me, and I'm like, I can do this. I can do this.
What are you doing?
That's a 20.
Oh.
20. I love this. I love this.
Oh fuck!
Here's what happens.
Okay.
The floor beneath you and the next 10 feet gets covered in slick grease.
Slick what?
In what?
Grease. You have cast the first level spell Grease centered on yourself.
So
You have
now the
moved your-
floor is all slippery?
Oh,
I just cast a grease spell?
Yes.
Yes.
The floor is slippery now.
But
Oh my.
Let me check something. Oh my god. You do this, Reika. And you kind of slip a little bit. And then the chains oil up with the grease. And the two zombies, greased up, just plop out. And now the hook horror, for a split moment, you fear that the hook horror is freed. And then it takes a singular step with its usual speed and ferocity. And rolls a 2. And slips.
Now run while it's down!
And it is
Get
now on
over
the
here.
floor. It is now on the floor, and the zombies are just laying there in heaps. And I think, Reika, you just take this moment to get the fuck out.
Yeah. Just oh. Anyone order any extra grease?
Don't stop. Just come here. And he pulls her through, grabs her arm and pulls her through the door.
Okay. You make it into a hallway with two doors. One of them is swung open, and one of them is locked.
Can I pick the locked door, maybe?
Yes, you can pick the locked door.
Sweet.
Roll tools.
Roll these just okay. Okay, wait, so it's the d20 plus proficiency plus dex, yes?
That's a guess, yeah.
Okay, alright, so that's an 18 plus...
It clicks open.
Okay.
18's enough.
Okay, cool.
As you open the room, you see an office space. There's a big ornate chair. There's notes scattered all over the desk, and two people walk in, and those chibi Jarlaxles are all over the place.
Oh, dear.
And you realize, and there's one of those vending machines too, but there is no pay slot. You're in his private office.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no one in here.
No.
Oh, I want to pee in his desk.
No! What the fuck? Don't do that.
I feel like that was in character, shouting, "I want to pee on his desk," and Rynn going, "No!"
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Literally do anything else.
Why would you want to do that?
Calem's just I hate this. I've made a mistake.
She's cackling oh.
As at this
Don't.
exact moment, to make the situation maybe even worse or better, depending on who you ask, two creatures walk in, just go, "Hey, boss, are you ready for your?" Oh, these are
Hello.
purely, these are
But to me, over his desk, I've lifted my skirt and I'm about to
no.
No.
Here's what makes this even better. Here's what makes this even better. The creatures you've seen walk in right now. There are two of them. One of them is a woman and one of them is a man.
Oh.
They have pretty scantily outfits, tiny red horns on their heads, and giant demon wings. Jarlaxle has hired a succubus and an incubus.
Oh my lord, why am I
Reika is over the goddamn moon.
Oh God.
Oh,
maybe just puts both hands over her mouth oh.
Calem, you just see Calem give like like his ears flop down and he just kind of like slumps. Just goes, "This should not. This I shouldn't be surprised. This is maddeningly in character."
Reika's just like, well, hello there, yeah, guys. I couldn't say boys.
The Black Viper is just like, so the Reich is just like living it up with this succubus and this incubus. Meanwhile,
Exactly.
Rynn, Mimi, the Black Viper, and Calem, are you guys gonna like look at his notes or something? Or like, the reason you'd normally be in his room?
Yes.
You guys can do that.
Maybe
Rynn's
will.
gonna like kind of push Reika aside a little bit and be like, hello. We were also hired by Jarlaxle. We're just kind of doing some maintenance here. Kind of making sure all the stuff's in order. That's why she was standing on the desk to like get like a better like a better vantage point for.
Rynn, please don't try to cock block me right now.
I'm trying to save your ass.
Maybe she doesn't want it to be saved.
God.
Mimi, do you look
What? Wait, what did you say?
Are you gonna like roll perception on the desk or investigation or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I'm
assuming I'm not a bird anymore.
Okay. What are you?
I'm gonna roll perception.
About a 14 to persuade them that I'm telling the truth.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
I got a +7 to perception. Goodness gracious. That's okay. So that's a 23.
You see, like as Rynn and Reika are doing a comedy act. You're actually investigating. The room has notes of his dealings and the location of a getaway ship known as the Cloud9. And also some models for the Cloud9, which include an imported spa and, sure enough, a place for succubus and incubus. There's a reason it's called Cloud9.
Oh, I see. Mimi just kind of like blushes a little bit, like.
It's in the lowest cesspit of this building, and that is where he's having a meeting with two specific types of Yugoloth. And you realize the Yugoloths are actually the succubus and incubus are actually hirees of the Yugoloths. And they are known as Arcanoloths. They are jackal-headed creatures. They are usually keepers of lore and magic items. And you realize that Jarlaxle has brokered a trade deal. He is going to give the Arcanoloths the red orb in return for information. That information being how the magic in Xylem keeps it afloat. He wants to know how the ship stays, how the city stays in the air from the Arcanoloths. And judging by the fact that he has plans for a new Luskin also on there as well, you get the sense he has an idea on how to knock Xylem out of the sky.
Oh, God.
And is using the Arcanoloths to get him the information.
Yeah, this is where all of us live. That's not good.
You
Not
also
good at all.
You also pick up that the succubus and incubus are hired by the Yugoloths as part of the trade deal. It was one of the things Jarlaxle asked for in return for the red orb. And lastly, you know exactly where to go, and you get an idea of their defenses. The Yugoloths will probably have no defenses, but the there will be several drow in the area to keep watch of the trade deal, just in case the Yugolovs plan something. That's all you've picked up. Reika and
That's a
Rynn.
lot.
Yeah, Reika and Rynn.
Yes.
The succubus and incubus will agree to Rynn's terms, and they admit that they do not want to fight you. They are not paid to fight. They're paid to be lovers, not fighters.
Lovers, not fighters.
Oh. Question: How like clad are
How what?
how scantily clad are
Think
these
like
people?
Kill la Kill after suit
God.
transformation, scantily clad.
Oh God.
I could take the photo that's in the monster manual if you'd like.
Yes!
Okay.
Show
you
the
go.
goods.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh, that's not so scantily clad.
that's actually not that bad. Well, anyways, Rynn does know why they're here, so he is kind of like blushing a little bit. And he hears just that comment of like, "We're lovers, not fighters." And it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Did
So
you
we
say, like-
we're
What's up?
what?
What are you gonna tell them?
Yeah, we were just doing our check, and we're gonna be out of here in no time. So just,
Oh, that's all right. That's fine with us. Would you like us to page our leader, our boss, once you're done, telling him that you've successfully checked his office?
Oh, no need. We'll take care of it.
yeah,
Don't you worry.
We'll
Your
tell him ourselves.
Calem
sexy
just kind of
little.
like says,
No.
Calem like peeks in and goes like, time out, huddles them over. Guys. There are times in roguing where letting yourself be found out is beneficial. He pulls in with Mimi and just goes like, Mimi, what did you find out?
She just kind of like quietly relays like the plan to like knock Xylem out of the sky and use all that stuff. She just like tells him.
So Caleb just goes, okay, here's what I'm thinking. If we tell them to page Jarlaxle, he's going to be in the middle of meeting with the Yugoloth. We'll be able to distract him for a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
It'll buy us a little bit of time, maybe.
Hopefully.
The Black
Okay,
Viper
yeah,
goes
you
like,
know hot stuff. Yeah, we want you to let him know that we're here. We're go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
absolutely. They just go like,
just gonna like smile and give him a thumbs up as well.
the two of them look at Reika and just go like, all right, well, it is a darn shame that you have to go so fast, but I suppose that's how the world works. Mayhaps we'll see you
yeah,
another
it's
time.
a real shame, isn't it? She glares at Rynn.
The Black Viper just like looks at this whole situation, looks at Reika, and just goes like, as your crew walks out, just turns to Reika and goes, "You are a more fortuitous woman than I." That I will be completely honest with you. I would have crippled under that pressure. Oof, oofa doofa. That dude didn't have a shirt.
Rika's like, yeah, he didn't.
Rynn's just like face palming himself to the moon.
Calem just like walks over between Rynn and Mimi again, just goes like, "Human Reika, why?
There's two of her.
There's two of them." And
I think I'm gonna die.
Wait.
My blood pressure is through the roof right now.
But let's think posy here. Maybe if they spend all their energy hitting on each other, we won't have to deal with it.
I guess.
Just thinking posy for a moment, right?
Yeah.
What do you think, Vinny?
I don't know. I don't know what you think.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't have thoughts. I just.
No,
No,
I know.
This whole situation is making Mimi way too uncomfortable.
Yeah, they're just kind of like, what is happening right now?
Reika's
Yeah.
hitting on another rogue who's basically Reika.
Like, I'm in the same boat as you are.
Is this self-obsessed?
What did she say?
I don't know if that was in character, but I'm just like, is this self-obsessed?
Oh god. Oh god. How do you know what that is?
I said I don't know if it's in character. That might have just been rough.
There's a moment where the Black Viper turns to Calem and just goes like, I've heard of you. A name like the Ace of Spades and the face cards doesn't go unnoticed. I gotta admit.
Oh, we haven't used our code names that entire time.
She knows all of us by name. Cool.
She just goes like, no, it's fine, it's fine. As a matter of fact, I feel kind of honored. I've heard so much of your work in the city of Salem, and, you know, Waterdeep has had a few encounters with you. And, of course, Ace started solo in the Isles, taking down a god. He's just like, it's not a god, it's a divine. There's a different... He's just like, but, I do have to ask, since you are obviously rogues with connection, I have to know if you know this person. I have a rogue friend myself. See, I used to. She ran around these parts with us. She had her own group, but we've collaborated more than once on a couple big hits in Waterdeep and Luskin. Half elf, kind of crazy colored hair. Have you ever met her?
I think about somebody like that before. I'm kind of blanking on her name though.
Yeah, I believe her name was Andre. Yeah, she ran with us a little bit back when she lived in Waterdeep.
Andre?
Yes, she was a friend of mine. We did a few raids together on some nobles. Good times.
I mean, we've never met Andre before, but we might have heard of her.
Oh shit! No, yeah, I was thinking like another plane of existence for a second. Sorry. Where in the reality where I actually knew Andre, like, but my character.
I mean, I can
where
send
my
a
character,
picture.
I know her, but my character doesn't, so I have to be like, oh no,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do any of these
Calem's
people
just like-
besides Calem know Andre?
Rynn's. You guys have been in Kimshel a little bit. Probably not formally, but like, you know, you probably like seen her before. Very loosely.
Okay. I think I might have seen her around somewhere. I don't think we've ever actually spoken though.
Calem's like, yeah, they're usually around me. We'll patch her a message that you say hi. She nods and just goes like, when this is over, do tell her that if she ever comes to Waterdeep, I know a place she can hang out. And Calem just goes, that's nice of you. What's your name again? Oh, she would know me as Ezvel. And he nods and just kind of puts something in his pocket, a pad of paper, you know. Just like, I'll remember that, don't worry. He just goes like, oh, sorry. I'll remember that, don't worry.
You cut out when you said the name. Who is this?
Oh, her name is Ezvel.
Okay.
She is a noble woman turned Robin Hood-esque figure in Waterdeep.
Nice.
Cool. Ooh.
She then just says, now, we do have a little bit of work to do, so catching up will be for later. And you guys finally make it down to the lowest part of the building, the last room. And as you guys do, you see, sure enough, there's a couple drow surveilling the area. And there's a moment where you just hear, boo-doo. Hey, boss, the cleaning crew just came through. They wanted you to inspect their work. And sitting across from the Arcana Lofts, two Arcana Lofts, is a drow man with an overtly flamboyant hat, eye patch, up to the wazoo in items.
Oh.
Takes one look at the PA system and goes, what the fuck? I didn't have a cleaning crew. Turns to one of the drow. What did you do to my room? Nothing. So, also, like the last room with the vending machines, I'm going to say that you guys probably, because there wasn't a means to pay in that one, Jarlaxle just has to push a button and it falls out. You guys probably are healed up.
Yeah.
He just goes like, you idiots. All right. Coming, friends. Hangs up, just kind of like readjusts his hat a little bit, just goes like, I will be back for our negotiations, but if I take a little bit, assume I'm having some fun times. And he walks upstairs, and he takes like
God.
It's like, I hate him.
I both love and hate Jarlaxle.
He actually like finger guns the devil, the Arcanolofts, as he walks up the stairs.
Oh gosh. He and Reika are kindred spirits. I think in character, Rynn turns to Mimi and is just like, "There's 3 of them."
Maybe
Calem
just
just
nods.
Yeah. At least we don't have to deal with that one. There's a point now where the Arcanolofts turn and see you, and they just look at each other, look at you, look at each other, look at you, and one of them just says like, it coughs a little bit, then like you can hear it like actually grabbing at its vocal cords for a second, then just goes, what is it that you require? And the other jackal-headed one grabs at its own neck too, just kind of shakes a little bit and just goes like, we are communicating in a way you can understand.
Uh,
Are you interested in maybe a better bargain than Mr. Baenrae upstairs? I see
Do
you
you-
are... We are...
Oh, what?
He just goes like, we are open to negotiate. If you can offer us something better than the drow, then we will... we will go with the highest bidder.
So, just a question. Did they happen to give you a red orb?
That is what we are trading for, see. But if you can give us something better, something more special, then mayhaps we will give you the information and be on our way.
Rynn kind of turns to Reika with like a bit of a devilish smile on his face, and he takes out another bell from his pocket.
He takes out the other bell. Reika, roll a d100.
All right. Reika rolls her eyes into the bell. Can we interest you in Pavlov's bell?
What is this?
Hold on. Let me find it. It's dark.
You've never heard of Pavlov's bell before? It's a very powerful item. It can take you anywhere just by touching it.
I rolled a 90.
Ooh. This is unfortunate.
Oh no.
Mother!
The bell becomes invisible.
It can also do that!
It disappears in my hand. Oh!
Guess it's gone to another
I'm trying to bullshit this. Yes, and it can do this, and motherfucker. She decides to burn her like last bit of. She just decides to surge for like
Okay.
what one last.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, come on.
Rynn is like sweating so
Maybe
much.
this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time. I rolled another 90.
Oh, you can reroll then.
Okay. You can
Okay,
reroll.
I can reroll. All right.
It's the D100 and then the D10. So it's the one with a 0 and the one without a 0.
Okay. Okay, I rolled a 10 and a 1.
So 11.
11. Roll a D10.
Roll a...
Just roll a
Okay,
D10.
okay. 6.
Reika grows 6 inches.
What?
She what?
You grow 6 inches.
I grow 6 inches?
Yep.
Ryn's like got his face in his hands. I'm gonna fucking barf.
And I just grew
Oh my
6
God.
inches. I'm like, wow.
Doesn't Mimi still have 3 circus?
You have 2 left. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love this. These are kind
I
of
just
all sort of
hand the
blink.
invisible bell to Mimi, and I'm like, do something. I like have to bend down because now I'm like fucking.
How
I'm like
tall is Reika now? With the added
Rika's very tall. Rika's like 5. Like, I want to say she's like 5'7" normally.
Okay, now I'm like 6'3" now.
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
6'2", 6'3"
It
now.
is like hyperventilating.
All I want to do is see you turn into a giant
Shush,
woman.
shush.
A giant woman.
All I want to do.
Oh god. Ryn's having a panic attack.
What roll your D100 mean?
Okay.
Save us,
That's-
Mimi.
Ooh,
Power
I feel like I'm just gonna make this worse. That's
I kind of want that, genuinely.
it's a 30.
You teleport 60 feet closer towards them.
What? How far away were they in the first place?
Okay, so as you can see, this is a very
Do a lot of random shit. But
it's a
Are you
lot
gonna
like
waste
your
last
red
one,
orb.
Mimi? Are you gonna waste your last one, Mimi?
I think I'm gonna use my last one. Yeah.
Do it, coward.
Okay. 68. So close to a 69.
Oh my god! Shit! Damn it!
Mimi.
Yeah.
Dearest Mimi. The 68.
Oh no.
Choose 3 creatures in the room to take 4d10 lightning damage.
What all is alive in this room?
Now, here's a little bit of a rule of thumb. The Arcanoloths aren't gonna fight you, but they probably won't fight you, and you probably don't want to fight them. They're incredibly powerful. But you could do that. You could do that at the 4 drow standing guard.
Yeah, do it at the drow standing guard.
So roll 4d10 4 times.
40-10 4 times. Okay.
So roll 4d10 first. On drow number 1.
Okay, so it's a 1, a 4, a 2, and a 6.
10. Okay. What's that in total?
That's 13.
This drow drops.
Oh no. Okay.
Roll your second one.
Okay. 2, 3, 9, 4.
What's that one?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
That drow drops.
Oh.
Roll for drow number 3.
10, 2, 3, 2, and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
That drow fucking dies. And last one.
4, 7, 9, 9. Oh my god. The 9 and the 9 is 18 already. plus 11.
They all died.
That's
They're all dead.
it's 29 damage.
You cast this like purple, like this like 90s color, the like really tacky 90s colors just sort of sprinkle out of your fingers, and then out of nowhere 4 bolts of lightning just strike at the fucking drow in the room, and they just all keel over dead.
Ryn's like gonna pass out, but he's just like, as you can see, bell.
This is the best thing ever. You guys have literally cut your boss fight into like one creature. And you have like killed 4 of the drugs. I can't believe this.
fucking crying.
Mimi just innocently wiggled her fingers and like the greens and whites and like, you know, the tacky 90s colors. And then poor girl just fucking get bolted by lightning in a basement and die.
Oh my god. The stomach hurts.
So Mimi standing there, the bell finally turns visible again. You're just holding a bell.
Right. Please accept our offer as you powerful.
And at this moment,
Behold, Pavlov's bell.
let me roll. Do you want to help me? Here's what happens next. Instantly, a black portal from nowhere opens, and a Drider man just fucking falls from the ceiling. And like, with his dying breaths, he looks up at the Arcana Laws. You're Pavlov's bell!
So as you can see, this object we possess is a phenomenal power. So just fucking take it and give us the red orb. Please, just take it.
We can't be burdened with this power anymore.
Mimi,
We
what
can't take it anymore.
Mimi, what are you doing?
Staring in shock. What did I just do? What did
The
I
Arcana
just
Laws,
do?
the Arcana Laws just look at each other, look at the bell, and just go like, what the fuck? And at this moment, Jarlaxle walks down the stairs just like, oh, all right, sorry I was late. I know I took a little bit longer than I usually. I mean, I could have taken much longer if I wanted to, but and he just starts. Then he just like blinks out of his embarrassment and just goes, "What the fuck?" He looks at at you guys, just goes like, looks at the Arcana Laws who are just staring, mesmerized at the bell. It's like, what is happening?
The ringing of the bell compels you.
Am I the only sane person in this goddamned building?
Rynn's like lying on the floor. And he's like, currently, yes.
Reika's like, hey!
Jarlaxle, what's my
What-
dude?
Welcome to the party!
What in the fuck is
On a
happening?
bell?
What in the fuck is happening here?
Oh, hi. So,
Don't, no, just shush. I can't do this anymore. Just please accept the bell and hand us over the red orb. Thank you. He says this while still lying on the floor, by the way.
I don't intend to give a bunch of strangers the orb. This is powerful. Calem.
Please. Just
Calem.
please.
Have you seen this bell? Have you seen it?
Calem just looked like, gotta be cool. Are you wearing your mask for me? Oh, I'm so flattered. Calem looks ready to like cry.
Oh no.
Oh my shit.
It's just like, is this
Oh
going
right,
to be
you're
like
still here.
is this going to be like the time that you tried to stop me and then I stabbed you in the tail, or will this be like the time where I where I cleaved a second thing into your ear? And he's just like, I you think just because you're wearing a mask you intimidate me? I have killed princes like you for breakfast. You are nothing to me. What do?
Well, shit.
Okay, I'm gonna pick myself up off the ground at this point, take a deep breath, be like, hey. You don't talk to him that way.
And who in the fuck do you think you are? Are you an Eric Coker cosplay?
I
Can Mimi turn into like a big buff version of himself and like like bodyguard mode, like standing in front of Rynn and Calem?
I love it. Yes.
Yeah,
that happens.
You just like get swole.
yeah, they can.
You turn yourself into a minotaur.
Although actually, they have this form. They have this form that's actually super cool. It's like a giant kind of like lion type thing, but it has these long horns and also like scales going down its back. It's very cool.
I like that. Can I turn into that?
You sure can.
Yeah, it's also like black, which is cool.
You do that. You
Heck
do that. You roar at Jarlaxle, and he takes a look at you, looks at Rynn, and just goes, oh, "Is that your pet?"
How dare
Oh, who's a
weird growls.
Reika, 6 inches taller, is offended.
He like starts like walking up
No,
to the thing and just goes like,
that's my
"Who's
friend."
a good girl? Who's a good girl?"
Can they swat at him?
You may roll an attack roll.
Yes. That's what would I add to that? Just strength?
Yeah.
Oh man, I have a -1 to strength. Maybe I shouldn't have suggested that.
Since you're a spellcaster by nature, let's say because this is part of you, this is a form you take. You know.
Yeah.
Let's say that you add your wisdom. It's part of your spellcasting.
Add wisdom? Okay. So that's 17.
You miss.
Oh, I figured.
Well, actually, here's what happens. You claw at him, and his armor doesn't even scratch. And this magical energy just remends the armor. And he just grins at you and just goes like, "That's a good puppy."
Reika's gagging because she literally personality.
And he casts,
Rita is sufficiently intimidated by this man.
and he's going to, as he says, "Good puppy," he's going to try and drive a dagger into you.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Does a 29 hit?
No!
What? What?
No.
Oh my god. I'm not answering that. You know the answer. Why did you even ask?
You are going to take... You take 7 points of piercing damage. And 14 points of poison damage.
Wait a second. How much poison?
14.
Oh. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I'm down to 19 hit points.
I think,
Okay, now Rynn is fucking pissed.
I think he says, so the scene is he says, "Good puppy," and stabs Mimi.
Yeah, no, Rynn's pissed.
Jeez, that's out of like a wounded roar. Just like.
Probably
What do you
turn
do?
to her normal form. Yeah, Rynn's gonna take out his
Pistol?
Yeah, okay, yeah. He'll take out the pistol and he'll like do the the thing he did earlier where he like his wings kind of go out with the blades on them, and he just looks fucking angry.
Yes.
And he looks over at you and just goes, "Oh, I remember you. Young Master Hewlett, how foolish am I? The coward boy who let his dad get eaten by the jaws of a dragon. How could I forget?"
Dude! What's your damage?
He looks over at Reika and just goes, "I could ask you the same thing. Though I think I do know the answer. A healthy mix of dad issues and what? An emo face?"
This gun's just like shaking in his hand. Like he wants to shoot him so badly, but he like can't bring himself to.
Oh,
Mimi
And
is
he just
so
flashes
angry
a
right now.
smirk.
I'm gonna make you eat those words.
He goes, "Oh, you can."
And
eat
then I'm gonna
something."
rip them out of your ass.
No.
He actually responds to that with, "Oh, now we have an evening."
He responds with
I
what?
want to tackle him so bad.
He said, "Now we have an evening," to Reika.
I want to tackle him.
And he's
Can you
just like
tackle him?
drumming his fingers on the table. Just looks at the Arcanoloths and says, "These children could never offer you the supplies or wherewithal that I can. And you know this." He looks at the orb and just goes, "If you want this orb so badly," he just sort of stands at the table, just flashing you a grin. "Come take it."
Okay, gang.
Okay. Let's
Let's
The
get that
Arcanoloths-
think we're
ball.
rolling initiative now.
Not yet. The
Okay.
Arcanoloths look at each other, kind of back off a little bit, not really sure what's going on. You know, the dead drow on the floor, and they're just like, are you sure about this? And he goes, "It's fine. I haven't committed regicide and or filicide in a long time." The Arcanoloths the Arcanoloths seem put off. These demons seem a little uncomfortable by this situation. He goes like, "Yes, they're adventurers, but they're just children. That's never stopped me before."
How we look?
What do you do? He's just standing there. He has like the orb is in front of him, and he's just kind of like putting his fists on the table, and he's put his head on his fist.
Mimi is seething. They're so
Yeah.
angry right now.
Yeah, Rynn is also just kind of like holding this gun really tightly. There's maybe some tears.
Hey Shay,
Yeah.
how's Mimi's like impulse control?
Not great. Mimi is very protective.
Okay.
She's also very emotional, so like
Yeah.
Okay.
basically reacts to her emotions.
Yeah.
To the
Alright. I'm
fullest
gonna
extent.
say Mimi lunges at Jarlaxle.
Okay,
Like tackles him to the ground.
you do that, and
Yeah.
you
Probably
and in
probably
your
in the
raw,
animal form, not a tiny, cute
here's what
girl.
happens. In your raw emotion, Mimi, you tear away. You do not stop. It is brutal. And then as you keep going, you're realizing it doesn't feel like flesh. It feels like, and you realize to your horror, it's an illusion.
Oh god.
You are crawling at the floor. And now, standing at those staircases, the stair steps you took, Jarlaxle tips the hat and goes, "Oh, you are so stupid. All of you. Did you really think that you could come in here dressed up as rogues and thieves and prove to me that you could do anything? You're all fuck-ups. All of you. You've done nothing right leading up to this point. Calem has let his kingdom fall to every monster of the week. This is hilarious that you thought you could steal this thing back from me. I am genuinely disappointed. I thought you, a lot of you."
Now I'm getting mad out of character. I hate this guy.
I've been mad out of character.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there, and the Arcanoloths just look at him, and they start touching the red orb, like, "Can we just go now?" You know? And Jarlaxle goes, "Oh, no. And he stands up and goes, "You've given me what I've wanted, and I'll give you what you want. A quick return to the hell." And he shoots both Arcanoloths dead.
Honestly, like, why am I even surprised? Like, shocked face.
And he puts the gun away, and he just looks at you guys and goes, "You really have no idea." And he touches the orb with his right hand. And at that moment, a few things happen simultaneously. A humming sound emanates from the orb, and it starts glowing louder louder and louder, and a red flash happens.
Oh,
Channeling
that's
only into
good.
Jarlaxle. And you hear him chuckle a bit, and then it turns into a scream, and Jarlaxle, seemingly temporarily, has been reduced to rot grubs.
Has what?
What?
What happened?
He is now a worm.
He's
A worm?
He's a
He has
worm?
been forced wild shaped into a worm by the red orb.
Oh. Reika is like, oh. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say Mimi goes back to their original form, like all bloodied and stuff from being stabbed, and just goes like, "What just happened?"
Okay,
Calem
Rynn's
just
gonna
goes-
go to Mimi and kind of like, hold her up a little bit and try to.
Reika picks up worm Draxle. She's like, I did tell you I'd make you eat those words. And then she eats him.
No! Not that! Anything but that!
You do that. No. As you try, the worm just fades and just pops back on the stairs.
Oh.
No boring in the story.
It has been forced wild shaped, not polymorph. If the wild shape were to happen and you were to break all the wild shape's hit points, he'd return back to full.
Oh.
So you would essentially have a grown man grow inside your stomach.
Yeah, no, I hate this. B, please cut this from the audio. This makes me uncomfortable.
I'm just saying that is how wild shape would have worked. So the red orb is, in a moment of mercy, just over to the other side of the room.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh.
So what does she do if she doesn't eat him?
She's like, oh my god, I'm thinking all things.
Please
so,
don't.
No, I'm not.
Just
Too much.
just put him in a jar.
Jarlaxle?
Yes, put him in a jar. It's funny. Yeah, jar. It's a little worm in a jar.
Ugh. Reika rolls her eyes, just takes out a jar that she has and puts him in it.
You put the worm in the jar. You put the worm in the jar, and you just leave the jar on the table. And holding the red orb, it now seems devoid of its red color. It's now a gray with only slight red tinges, as the magic that was once inside of it needs to recharge again.
Okay.
The Arcanoloths lay dead. The drow are all dead, and Jarlaxle is in a jar. And you're holding the red orb. Calem takes a moment, breathes out, and goes, "Mission accomplished."
Reika turns to Calem and is like, "Mission accomplished."
Yeah,
we did it.
Mimi holds their side and goes, "Let's just get out of here, please."
Yeah. I actually have some medical equipment. I'm not a healer, but I have the spell healing hands, but I'm just going to say that because he's not really a magic boy, it's just he does first aid on her. But it's very good first aid.
So,
actually that's really sweet because that's how Mimi and Rynn met. Was he got injured and then
you do this, and you realize you've done a number on this entire facility. Even though Jarlaxle is taunting you, you proved him wrong. Even though there was some magical intervention from the red orb to silence him, as much as he called you all failures, you did clear through basically all his traps. And
truth.
Calem just looks at him and just goes "He's just a child. He's just a bully. Don't take anything he said to heart." I'm really proud of all of you guys. You can see where his avarice got him. And he pointed to the jar. In a little bit, he'll be free, but he'll be free and without the orb. So, sounds like a win in my book.
Yeah, let's just get rid of him somewhere.
Honestly, let's just leave him here.
Don't.
let's just leave him here. What's the worst that can happen? He comes back to full and he doesn't have any of his protection. Says the dude.
True.
That is true.
That's true.
The Black Viper turns to you and says, if you're leaving, I can ensure that that Mr. Baenrae here makes it to the Open Lord of Waterdeep.
Fantastic.
I can set him up for a proper trial, and knowing his extensive record, within a few days, I have no doubts that he will be in a very, very powerful.
Sounds good to me.
She nods, takes the jar, and goes, if this is where we depart, I suppose. And it has been quite a day, and I hope you know that everything he said, I think it's false. He may have pulled at moments from your lives, but that is not who you are anymore, I don't think. You show great skill. I am been honored to temporarily work alongside you.
Reika's like, she's like, obviously like crying, and is like, I need totally rock hard self-esteem. It's fine.
She kind of holds Rika's hand for a second. Like, it's all right. He pulled some very low blows, not gentlemanly of him, as much as he likes to think he is one. And she hands you a Stone of Far speech. If you'd ever like to join forces another time, or even if you'd just like to talk, I'm not busy.
You got our number.
Reika's like, yes.
She kind of shrugs at Rynn and goes, like I said, it's the horns. And yeah.
Just whatever you do, I don't need to hear about it.
That's fine. That's fine. She then turns to Reika and goes like, how long until your plane returns? Calem turns to Rynn. How long do we got until Maiju shows up?
Oh my god,
I completely forgot.
it's been a really long day. He's gonna pull out the stone and be like, Hey, May! Please,
Yeah, what's
here
up?
as quickly. Please,
Please get over here.
yeah, please.
We need you.
Just as fast as you can.
You guys are finished? Okay,
We're not
I'll swing back.
We're not
Okay, I'll swing back around and get you. Sit tight.
You're the best, thanks.
No problem, cuz.
Cute.
Caleb
then
smiles and Caleb smiles.
We'll say, and within a couple of minutes, she's touching down.
Okay. So, as you guys are making your way up, right as you guys are about to leave, do you have any last minute things you want to do?
Rynn's going to take a really long nap and also probably some anxiety medication.
What about
If that exists.
what about you, Mimi? Any last wishes?
Nah, they just want to take a nap.
I think on your way out, you punch the fuck out of that vending machine of potions.
Yes.
Yeah,
Give me one of
yeah.
those.
Yeah, Mimi in a huge beast form just probably shatters.
Give me all your potions.
Yeah, just shatters.
Just break the whole thing open and just takes as many potions as she needs.
And
obviously, on their way out, Reika's trying to hit up the succubus and the incubus again.
No!
Like, hey.
The two of them
And of
look
course,
at each other and are
Rynn
just
trying to drag her away. Like, we gotta go.
Please.
And I'm like, no, just real quick, just 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes. All I need is 5 minutes, Rynn. And he's like, we don't have 5 minutes. Let's just go,
please.
The succubus and incubus look at each other, shrug, and snap their fingers, and they teleport themselves back into the hells. And it is like,
Damn it!
and as you guys make it up back to the second floor, the one drow is still stuck in the closet, and you just hear him just go like, hello?
Oh no.
Can Mimi go let this poor drow out?
You open the door for him, and he just falls out and just goes like, oh no, okay. Oh, am I alone? Am I the only one?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. We're sorry.
No, thanks the gods. You just see him like cast a spell on himself, and he turns from like a strongish looking drow man. He has a bit of a slunch now, and he has a lighter pitched voice staff, and just goes, I have been undercover for a long time. He kind of like scratches his head. I had no idea you guys were coming. He holds out his hand and goes, my name is Severin. It's nice to meet you.
Severin!
I've been infiltrating Jarlaxle's influence here as that drow who gets himself stuck in the closet because Lucas is a cruel bastard. I work with the guild. You may remember Lena, half elf. No, sorry, Wood Elf. She may have helped you guys during the whole hag situation, Calem.
Damn.
Yeah. We work in the same adventuring guild. I would really appreciate a lift back, if that's possible.
Oh, of course. Oh yeah, no problem. We got plenty of room. I mean,
Yeah, of course we'll give you a lift.
Thank you very, very, very much. I do appreciate. He then looks at all the like dead drow and just goes, though admittedly, these would work nicely for my service. He kind of like slaps the quarterstaff on the floor. Oh wait, sorry, no, he's not death, he's grave. And you just see them all like start like the proper burial. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
they just start like composing. He just goes like, now there's no way they can come back as zombies. So that is my work done. And he kind of walks back and just goes, the last thing our estranged friend needs is...
Oh,
The
you cut
last
out.
thing Jarlaxle needs is a zombie on suck his... He says that Severin says the last thing he needs is undead who will not listen. I mean, who will seemingly listen to every word he says and just sort of suck him off at every given turn.
Oh god.
Truth. Suck him off.
No.
Nice.
And the Black Viper kind of grins and just goes, well, this seems like everything turned out fine. As you guys finally make it to the ship, Maiju sees the extra drow and the Black Viper, and she turns to all of you and says, well, my business is here in Waterdeep. It has been a time. I have to admit,
Yes, it has
Yep,
been.
that time is what it has been.
Yep.
I'm a bit of a... I've always been a bit of a fan of your collective work. I'm flattered that I got to join you. And
Yeah.
I think she just like very quickly, last second, just like grabs Reika by the arm and kisses her cheek and pushes her back.
Oh, come on, you can do better than that. And then she just like full on like plants one on her.
Oh. Rynn just kind of like, I give up. Yeah, okay. He just like sits down next to Mimi. And he's just like, yeah, okay.
It's just like, it's like full on.
No.
There's tongue.
Stop. This podcast is not innocent. Stop. We made this character for a graphic novel. It's supposed to be like 13 and under. What have you done to my beautiful character? Why have you made her so cursed?
It was inevitable.
Why?
Calem's just like...
Was it really?
Calem just like is... Calem is like... Calem's the one who has to close the door, you know?
Yeah.
So there's just this moment where There's this moment where he's just like awkward, scratching his like behind his ear.
Oh,
It's like I don't know what to do.
yeah. Well, I'll just
You
maybe
and me
we should
both.
just we can just blast some loud music over the speaker.
What music would
Pretend like
mind you blast to make the situation horribly awkward?
Um, that's a good question. Guys, give me
And then
some.
we see the airship just like floating off into the distance while everyone has been solely crushed by the events of today. And Reika's just being herself.
Yeah, Reika finally walks in after like who knows how long, and they're all just like, "Are you proud of yourself?"
her hair is messy. She's got that like glow about her, and she's like, every second.
God.
Calem just turns to Mimi. Do you put up with this daily?
More or less.
How do you two do it?
Mm.
I would say get a room.
Oh, come on, you know you love me. I was a pleasure to have in class.
He just kind of like chuckles. He's like, I mean, yeah, I love you, but come on, Reika.
You don't date the fangirl, Reika.
Or do you?
I like.
Okay.
He's
As
just
the
like
ship
he's
takes
just like
off,
having.
the ship is like about to take off now, and Maiju starts flying it off. And as you guys return to Asylum, safe in the knowledge that there's no way in hell that Jarlaxle can use it to crash down the city, even though the Arcanolofts may have told him how it works. He is crippled force-wise. He has none of his minions, none of his anything anymore for a long while,
Nice, because maybe.
Because you took them out and scared them with bells. But as you're all flying away, Calem just goes, "Has Reika hit on everyone here that she isn't related to?"
I did not hit on Jarlaxle. I did
said
not hit on
everyone
him.
in this ship, in this area.
Oh my God, has Reika ever hit on Maiju?
Has Reika hit on Maiju, Rynn, and or me? Has that happened to everyone in
No,
this room?
she's actually never hit on me. I don't want her to ever. I wouldn't let her.
Sorry, kid, but you're not my type.
Has she
Evan,
hit on everyone in the?
I
Has
don't
she
wanna
hit on Maiju and I?
Oh, yeah, Maiju's Rynn's cousin. She's pretty cute.
Oh, is she?
do you want me to
Oh,
say you
Maiju!
have the art? I also have the art, but I'd have to find it. Hold
Please
on.
don't.
But I want to show her
like,
off. You did so
No.
well.
She
You're a
was
really
talking-
experienced pilot, aren't you?
Shay was talking
Oh.
to everyone. They said,
Oh,
"Please
I
don't."
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Maiju's just like trying to drive, and she's just like, what?
She's like, I bet you're really good with those like controls, right?
Rynn's
Like,
going to like, even
I'm
though he's
trying to
yeah,
be,
but
but you're
he's,
kind
like-
of distracting me.
there's like, is there a like fantasy equivalent to like anxiety medication?
he's just like downing some Prozac, like fantasy Prozac.
Fantasy Prozac from
Like-
the fantasy Jewel Osco.
from the fantasy CVS.
Yeah. So he's probably like a little bit out of it, but he just kind of like grabs onto her tail and is like, "Let's go, come on." Just gonna pull her back.
Calem just turns to Reika and just goes like, "Okay, but really, why do you do this?"
I think just because
Why don't you do it?
I think just because she can. Anyways,
That's fair. Yeah,
I
no,
have needs.
no, you have once, and then they sit down.
And Calem, like, I feel like it's like Mimi on one corner, then Rynn, then Reika, and then Calem. And Calem just like sees that he's next to Reika and just like scoots.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Don't worry, Ice Boy. You're not my type either."
He just sighs in relief and just slumps over. Besides, I guess you have like a girlfriend now? Is that a thing? Are you Reika, don't tell me you're not gonna call her back.
Of course I'm gonna fucking call her back. What do you think I am, a monster?
I'm gonna not answer that for all of our sake. And
Jesus.
just the Maiju's ship just takes off, and the final scene we'll have tonight is the ship lands some time later, and as everyone's being dropped off, Calem just turns to everybody and just goes like, "Well, I'm gonna head back to town. This has been an experience, but before I do go, are you guys okay? Jarlaxle said some pretty harsh shit."
Rekka's like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine."
I'm sure.
But she also seems to like not be fine. Like,
Yeah.
it's like it's one of those things where you can tell it's like, "Oh, I'm fine," but then like underneath you see, "I'm not fine."
Ooh,
Yeah.
that high note. Yes. Okay.
I think Calem just goes, "Okay."
I'm not like no, like, internally she's playing My Chemical Romance,
No.
and it's like, "I'm not okay.
I think
I'm not okay. I'm not fucking okay."
Stop.
I think what happens is to just tie everything full circle. Waiting for Calem is an airship piloted by someone in town who's competent, because the concept of it being anyone but some. Actually, Andre's really good at skyships. We learned that.
It's
in
true.
Ravnica. So I think Andre and Rowan are just waiting for Calem. And Rowan, you have a moment where you can like calm emotions these folks.
Oh please. Like Rynn goes up to Rowan and is just like, please. My please use it on her.
And I think as all of you are like healing yourselves and like maybe Rowan's
And
having,
I
like,
control Rowan, so she does that to calm down.
I think Rowan has like an impromptu therapy session for everybody, just like telling them that they're special and loved and perfect, you know.
Oh, yes, she does
And
do
then
that.
as that
Like,
happens,
"I'm fine. I know I'm special," and she's still crying. Like, my
Calem
self-esteem is the highest it's ever been.
Yeah.
gives the three of them a hug.
Oh.
Rekka's still like 6'2", so he's like hugging. It's like so much taller than him. It's like,
It'll wear off eventually. You're
I
not gonna be
know.
that height forever.
I know, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still that tall for now though. And like there's this small group hug, and Calem just like looks at all of them and is just like, I know Jarlaxle was mean, but he's always kind of just an asshole. He's just a bully. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And Andre, your half-elven spider sense twitches when Calem mentions this. What do you do?
Andre just kind of like, just like falters for a second. Like, you just dealt with Jarlaxle.
The one and only. Thank the gods.
Oh, you poor
Jerk.
children.
He's like high on Prozac.
He stabbed Mimi.
She's a child. I don't know why I'm surprised, but
He stabbed
Oh.
Mimi and kind of tried to pull something on Reika. It was weird and gross.
I hate him. He's taken so much from me. One day I'm going to get I'm going to take something back.
We turned him into a worm.
I tried to
turn-
eat him, but
You
Rynn wouldn't let me.
You turned Jarlaxle into a worm and tried to eat him.
Well, it wasn't permanent, and he's probably gonna turn back to normal. But we put him in a jar because that's funny, and and it wasn't really us.
Jarlaxle, get it?
And he goes, but it wasn't really us. It was this orb. He shows Andre the red orb. I'll talk about it later. Let's just keep this orb. When we get back to town, I'm gonna try and keep it very, very. I get the sense that this thing's going to be interesting. But he then turns to Andre. But yeah, he's incapacitated for now, and we leveled his forces, so he's gonna need some time to recover from today.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And to see that you're okay after that. I know he's something.
Oh, he was a massive asshole. He absolutely ripped us apart emotionally.
Oh.
He roasted me.
I am
Who
emotionally
does that? People,
Jarlaxle
it's not
does
the
that.
other way around.
Yeah,
He said I had daddy issues, and that I'm emo.
I mean,
The laughter
Andre just kind of like looks Reika up and down. I mean,
I'm not emo. Her eyeliner's running. I'm not emo.
okay. Andre just like goes and like puts a hand on Reika, like, shh, calm down. It's going to be okay. It's fine.
Calm emotions.
Reika should be the least to talk. She at least got to make out with a girl.
Oh,
It's true.
Yeah, honestly, that did revive my spirits like full, like 100%. So I'm fine.
He then turns and realizes, wait a second though. The girl Reika made out with said that she knew you.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rogue in Waterdeep, went by Black Viper. Her name's Ezvel. Kind of got a thing going on.
you met. You. She's kind of like just chuckles a bit, like, huh. It's been so long.
Yeah, Reika made out with her.
Yeah, and I made out with her. Yeah. We totally sucked faces. It was
Oh, okay. That's too much information. I didn't need to know that.
But on the bright side, she's doing well. She says hi, and also that she has a place in Waterdeep if you ever want to visit. Oh, and also she was like being kidnapped by Ellen. Yeah, she was there too. We killed her.
Oh.
Yeah, and we got all my stuff back from the castle when she stole it.
That's good. I know she took a lot, didn't she?
She took the orb from the castle.
Yeah.
This whole thing was to get all this shit back, and we did that, and we killed her.
Good.
Stopping Jarlaxle is just a plus.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. So really, we did better than we should have.
Sure.
I'm impressed.
And how does Rowan take that Ellen's fucking dead?
Sweet.
But then, as the scene finally fades, you three can go back to Salem, happy that you saved it, and Calem, Andre, and Rowan prepared for what's going to happen next. And that's what we'll call it.